First with breaking news. First with new information. Plus, your first alert forecast. 19 News starts now.
It just feels good, doesn't it? Baseball is back in Cleveland. We're just about 12 minutes away from first pitch. The Guards and the Cubs, after a nice 4-3 West Coast start to the season, it is the Guardians and the Cubs at Progressive Field this afternoon. Progressive Field will be packed this afternoon and into the evening for the sold-out home opener. But this year, the party started way before the first pitch. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Duffy. Nicole is off today. Ohio City threw its first ever opening day celebration today. A parade led, of course, by Slider from Market Square right to the ballpark. First at 4, Isabella Roberts is live outside the ballpark. Hey, Isabella.
Hi, Brian. Well, the last few fans are just making their way into Progressive Field right now before that game starts. But like you said, it's been a party all day. Fans from all over coming to Ohio City to join in on their celebration and their parade down to the ballpark.
It's a Friday. The weather is great. There's nothing better than the energy that we're bringing in Cleveland right now.
The energy in Cleveland today, electric.
It's just a holiday for us Clevelanders, the best day of the year.
And this year, opening day has a new tradition. Ohio City kicked off its first ever opening day celebration at Market Square Park. With live music, food, drinks, and a parade to the ballpark led by Slider.
We came to Ohio City to see what this was about, and we really liked the vibe.
The parade started at Market Square Park, crossed Hope Memorial Bridge, and ended at Progressive Field. Let's go! The bridge stayed open as fans walked on the sidewalk with security hired along the route to keep things moving safely.
This is definitely exceeding our expectations, and really they have a good thing going, and excited to hopefully come back next year.
For lifelong Guardians fan Andrew Gruden, a drive from Florida wasn't going to keep him away.
To then come over to Cleveland yesterday for the game. I come up for the opening series every year. It's my favorite time of year.
Because this year, there was even more to look forward to.
This year was like, oh, there's something new to do, and earlier, and then we're all going to walk across the bridge to start the season the right way. I'm so excited that this is how it's happening this year.
Now all eyes are on the field, and everyone here is hoping the celebration carries right into a Guardians win. Everyone here just excited, waiting and anticipating for that game to start. And event organizers in Ohio City tell me that this is just the first of many events coming to Ohio City this year. But this opening day celebration is a tradition they're hoping they can keep for years to come. Live in Cleveland, Isabella Roberts, 19 News.
It looked like a lot of fun. 19 News with continuing coverage on the home opener. As we all know, it can be fun, but sometimes it's a wild scene on this Cleveland holiday ahead, how local businesses are working to keep people safe.
Now your 19 First Alert forecast. Certified most accurate since 2004.
19 First Alert meteorologist Erica Page is here to tell us about 11 minutes away. From the start of this one, what exactly has happened outside right now?
Yeah, we've had a lot of clouds filtering into downtown specifically. Couple showers earlier this last hour that kind of dropped your temperature back into the lower 60s. Humidity is up there, so that will still make things feel pretty muggy. And it's a testament to the fact that our weather pattern's still a little unsettled here as we go through the next few hours. You go just a couple miles to the south, Cleveland Hopkins is at 77 degrees. Lightning strike was recorded a little bit closer to downtown, so of course we'll have to keep an eye on any additional showers that may develop here across Cuyahoga County. But generally speaking, I think the best storm threat will be just to the south of the lakeshore, basically where we've seen a little bit of this activity as of late. But there you go. You can see that lightning strike there just to the south of the Brecksville area. So something we will keep a close eye on. More clusters of showers and a few thunderstorms off across parts of Portage County into Trumbull County, and we are continuing to watch that cluster of rain moving across the 71 corridor this afternoon. This is all preceding an alert day for tomorrow. Details ahead.
Okay, Erica, thank you. First at 4, another teenager hit by a car on a busy local road. This is just months after someone died trying to cross in that same area. Now, police are asking parents to really sit down and talk to their kids about being safe when they are out by themselves. Catherine Huntley has this 19 safety alert.
You can see just how busy and chaotic Lorraine Road is here in North Ridgeville. 5 lanes of traffic with popular businesses on either side. And now police are stressing good judgment after a teen is hit and injured. Lorraine Road is an extremely busy thoroughfare near where 2 highways converge in North Ridgeville. Last night around 6 p.m., a 15-year-old boy was struck crossing the street on an e-scooter at this intersection of Cook and Lorraine Roads.
The investigation revealed that he probably was crossing in the crosswalk. However, he was traveling against traffic. The light for the pedestrian traffic was red, so he wasn't supposed to be crossing.
Thankfully, police say he's going to be okay.
So upon our arrival, we observed the juvenile. It turned out to be on the side of the road. He had suffered some non-life-threatening injuries, and I think he's going to recover just fine.
Last November, a 16-year-old girl was tragically killed while trying to cross the lanes of traffic nearby. A horrible loss for the community. Today, police are stressing that parents encourage their children to make good decisions and be extra careful when they are out on the sidewalks and roads. They say every intersection can be dangerous. Pedestrians need to take extra precautions.
Talk to your kids, communicate with them, find out where they're going. That way you know their lane of travel and where they're going to be going. You could tell them, hey, look out for traffic there on Lorraine Road, because if it's in their head to be careful from a parent, it might save their life.
As for e-scooters and e-bikes, North Ridgeville police say they're cracking down on enforcing the laws for those. The investigation into this incident is still ongoing. No word yet on charges for the driver. In North Ridgeville, Catherine Huntley, 19 News.
A Wayne County soccer coach is facing 9 counts of sexual battery involving a 16-year-old. That's Timothy Boggs. He coached at Northwestern local schools in the Ohio Strikers United Soccer Academy. Police say there were 9 assaults between October of 2024 and April of 2025. Boggs pleaded not guilty. A judge set bond at $100,000 and ordered him not to have any contact with the alleged victim or coach or any kids under the age of 18. Major development now in the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran. A U.S. fighter jet shot down over the skies of Iran. One of the 2 crew members rescued from hostile territory. Brian Abel has the latest on this as the White House issues new threats, all while Congress has been asked for more than $1 trillion.
Behind enemy lines, 2 U.S. crew members in a fighter jet confirmed to have been shot down from the skies over Iran. Iranian state media releasing images of debris and an ejection seat believed to be from their F-15E. U.S. officials confirming the jet's downing and the launch of a search and rescue mission, part of it consistent with video seen here posted to social media showing 2 helicopters refueling. One of the crew confirmed to be recovered alive, though their condition is unclear.
They will have beacons on them, the equivalent of beacons that allows for there to be communication between the rescue forces as well as the individual pilot and the other air crew member, the weapons systems officer. And those 2 individuals may be in totally separate locations.
Iranians offering rewards to any citizen who, quote, capture and hand over a pilot or pilots of the enemy alive. The F-15E jet flown, capable of anti-missile defense with flares and chaffs, are stationed at multiple bases in the region. Today's developments, a dramatic and sobering moment in the conflict after the Pentagon and the president, briefed on today's shootdown, have touted air superiority for pilots for weeks.
They're not even being shot at because their equipment's been totally decimated. They have nothing to shoot.
Sources say intel shows Iran maintains 50% of its missile attack launchers and one-way drones. The president today issuing new threats to Iran, saying bridges next, then electric power plants. New regime leadership knows what has to be done. In Washington, Brian Abel reporting.
Now your 19 First Alert traffic update.
Well, first pitch is in less than 3 minutes, so if you're not there now, you may be missing it. But if you're trying to get there at least by the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, maybe 10th pitch, then you're getting the all clear if you're coming in from the south side of downtown, as you can see with that gorgeous skyline view. coming in from the east on 90 westbound, or if you're coming in from the west on 90 east, you're getting that green light, so better skedaddle there. But if you're going to be heading anywhere else, there are some issues to first alert you to. There was a crash that was blocking a lane on 77 southbound. Just 5 minutes ago, that crash was cleared. However, it's still causing some very slow speeds of just 8 miles per hour for more than a 3-mile stretch after 77 passes 277. So you're still going to be very heavy on the brakes where 77 passes East Warner Road and over by Arlington, with delays at least an extra 10 to even 15 minutes tops. We also still have this crash that's in Fairview Park on West 210th Street over at Lorraine Road, but delays are just a couple of minutes.
All right, let's talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 19 First Alert weather day, mainly through the afternoon and headed into the evening. Timing specifically 3 p.m. to about midnight. That's where I think the best opportunity will be, that we could see some showers and storms that could turn strong to severe. Again, this is something that we will watch very closely as we go through the day. I don't think we'll have any issues headed into tomorrow morning. In fact, I think we're actually going to see a decent bit of sunshine for the first part of the day, allowing temperatures to warm up quite efficiently and breezier conditions to settle in. That all helps to pile in not only the heat but the humidity, which turns into moisture to fuel some of these showers and storms as we close on mid-afternoon. And it's really once you get to 3 p.m. and after that some scattered showers and storms will likely develop. A few of those could be strong to severe. Then we get into tomorrow evening, cold front starts to arrive, and that will once again become a better focus for some of that shower and storm activity as it pushes east across the area through about midnight with lingering rain chances thereafter. I'll walk you through all the new hour-by-hour data for Saturday in just a few minutes.
And a brand new stadium showdown drops at 6:30. Coming up tonight, federal lawmakers pushing to pass a national Modell law. And what about the future of Burke Lakefront Airport? The people who put on the air show are now weighing in. Watch on 19 News Plus. And remember, you can see any of the past 50 episodes on our free app as well. Well, parents, listen up. A new online game connected to the Jeffrey Epstein case is raising some serious concerns. The game's premise: survive 5 nights without being caught by the convicted sex offender at his home. Meg Oliver reports social media videos show kids playing it even in classrooms, and there are tens of thousands of downloads.
Can you imagine what would draw kids to play something like this?
No, I mean, it's very, wow, it's very lifelike. You're there. I think it's just teaching them the shock value.
Do you think kids really know what they're doing?
No, I mean, I can't imagine that kids know the severity of this game in comparison to the people who actually experienced these horrors. So I can't imagine they know the full picture of what this means, so much so as it's just the thing online for them to do.
Are you surprised that students are playing this game in schools on school-issued laptops?
I mean, yeah, how do they have the time? But that's one question for them, but being able to gain access to these things, it's just so concerning that they have the time or the access to be able to distract themselves from what they need to be doing.
We don't want to promote this in any way, but why is it important to discuss it?
I think it's important to discuss it just like we discuss drugs and alcohol and all the other risk factors that are accessible to our kids. We have to protect them. So it really comes down to parents and clinicians and educators to work together to do those things.
What's your first reaction when you look at this? What's your takeaway?
It's just so concerning. And kids are really vulnerable right now, especially that adolescent time period where they're trying to figure out their way. And, you know, it's important for families to have conversations about the values in their home, the values in schools, the values in their communities. And without those values as an anchor, do we want values such as this to be what our kids pick up?
Meg Oliver, CBS News.
A new view from space. NASA released the first downlinked image from the Artemis II astronauts this morning. It is absolutely stunning. Commander Reed Wiseman took this picture of Earth from the Orion spacecraft's window. It was taken after completing the trans-lunar injection burn. The crew of Artemis II was woken up at 1:01 p.m. by the song In a Daydream by the Freddie Jones Band. It marked the start of Flight Day 3 activities. NASA's Mission Control commentator said the Orion spacecraft continues to perform very well. NASA gave the green light for the crew to fire up the main engine and leave Earth's orbit yesterday. Since liftoff, the team has been testing systems in their Orion spacecraft and fixing minor communications, cabin pressure, and toilet issues.
There's nothing that prepares you for the breathtaking aspect of seeing your home planet both lit up bright as day and also the moon glow on it at night with the beautiful beam of the sunset.
Can't imagine, right? The journey to the moon is expected to take 4 days. If successful, the mission could lead to the eventual creation of a moon base. Now your top 4 at 4, not guilty. That is the verdict for a man in a deadly shooting on 480. Michael Roman had been accused in the death of John Deal Rivera last year. Prosecutors say Rivera was driving home from work when Roman and Michael Alvarado drove up and shot Rivera's car, shot at it several times. Police say Roman was driving. Michael Alvarado took a plea deal. He'll be sentenced April 16th, but Roman walks away not guilty. A U.S. fighter jet shot down over Iran. This video from Iranian state-run TV claims to show wreckage from the F-15 jet. One crew member has been rescued. That's according to one U.S. and one Israeli official. The status of a second service member isn't initially clear after the U.S. launched search efforts. Iran said its military shot down the aircraft. Crews battled a house fire in Lorraine. This was on the city's south side. Firefighters managed to quickly bring the flames under control. Everyone inside got out. Sadly, 2 dogs died. The American Red Cross now helping the people who live there. We do not know how the fire started. New video from a wild chase from Westlake into Cleveland. It started last weekend after police spotted a speeding vehicle. The chase ended on West Boulevard in Cleveland. 3 suspects got out. They ran. Police chased them down. A 4th was arrested at the scene. The car was stolen. Officers say they found guns and a number of key fobs inside. A wake-up call for women in the workforce. Fewer women in their mid-30s to mid-50s are expected to be on the job, actually, in the next decade. That's from the jobs website Indeed, which has seen listings for remote and hybrid roles drop 14% over the last 4 years. That comes as flexibility fades. Experts say more women are getting squeezed out.
Women are disproportionately taking on household tasks as it relates to raising children, taking care of elderly parents. There's rising healthcare and housing costs, and the workforce isn't keeping up with flexibility and the ability to work remote, which women need to stay in the workforce.
Career experts say women should look at more than just their salary, asking to be compensated in other ways, with more paid leave, child care assistance, and accounts that let them use pre-tax money to help manage health care costs. 19 News everywhere. Crash in the Chicago suburbs ended with a deadly shooting today. A driver ran through a red light, swerved to avoid someone walking across the street, and hit several other vehicles, including a bus. Officials say the driver then took out a gun and fatally shot themselves in the head. More than a dozen people from the other cars and trucks involved were injured, but they are expected to be okay. Also breaking, some prisoners being released in Cuba today. The Cuban government announced it would release over 2,000 inmates as a humanitarian gesture in connection with Holy Week. It did not mention mounting pressures from the United States. The Trump administration has effectively cut off the flow of oil in a bid to get Havana to make economic and political reforms. Well, opening day is packing downtown Cleveland, and East 4th Street businesses are taking no chances. They'll be busy after the game, right? Keeping safety at the top of mind. They're hiring private security and paying for it themselves. First at 4, Brittany Weir live downtown for us with what you can expect.
Yes, right now most of the crowds have made their way to Progressive Field for opening day, but in just a few hours right here on East 4th Street will be packed again with all of those fans coming here at the end of the game. And the businesses down here, they want to let people know that they will be safe. Here's how they're making that happen. East 4th is one of Cleveland's most popular destinations, packed with restaurants, bars, and entertainment. And with opening day for the Guardians drawing thousands of fans just blocks away at Progressive Field, energy is at a peak. But behind the scenes, business owners have been quietly building a safety plan of their own.
Security is number one. To myself, having numerous venues on the street, and my fellow business owners on the street, we're really invested in not only in security inside our facilities, but security up and down the street as well.
For nearly a month now, business owners on East 4th have been pooling resources to hire off-duty officers, paying for them out of their own pockets. The officers patrol the entire district on game days and Friday and Saturday nights.
We have 2 off-duty uniformed officers that come up and down the street. We're almost at a month now, and we're committed. Obviously, this is a long-term strategy for us, in addition with the fantastic security that the City of Cleveland Police Department provide as well.
The head of security told 19 News the focus is visibility, proactive crowd management, and clear communication, ensuring a safe, smooth experience from the opening pitch to last call.
East 4th has always been a very family-friendly street, and with the additional security that we're doing as private business owners, and the City of Cleveland's also doing as well, and they're doing a great job, you know, this is the safest the street's ever been.
And with Guardian season now underway and summer just around the corner, business owners say this is just the beginning.
Having that presence on the street is huge for us, you know, and it's huge for people to feel comfortable and to feel safe no matter where you are.
And again, those officers will be back here out again tonight until about 2 a.m. So if you're a fan planning to head back to East 4th Street after that game, maybe get a drink or get something to eat, those business owners, they are ready for you. In Cleveland, Brittany Weir, 19 News.
Well, the Cavs are in. It's only the first goal, an expected one, but it is where you have to start, right? The Cavs have clinched a playoff spot for the 4th straight year. The Cavs took out the Golden State Warriors 118-111 last night in San Francisco. The Cavs have now won 7 of their last 9 games. Donovan Mitchell led the way with 25 points. Cavs United members can grab single-game playoff tickets starting Monday at 10 a.m. Cavs are at Rocket Arena on Easter Sunday for a 6 o'clock tip with the Indiana Pacers.